Look closely at your reflection, if you dare, for the true horror begins not with a scream, but with a whisper of cellular metamorphosis. Imagine the faint, almost imperceptible shift in your very essence, a creeping replacement of what you once were, each bite of that seemingly innocuous fruit initiating a silent, irreversible transaction within your being. This isn't merely nourishment, it's a meticulous, insidious reconstruction, a biological blueprint slowly, deliberately overwritten. The plump, orange flesh, hailed for its revitalizing power, actually orchestrates an unsettling transformation, not merely mending decay but replacing it with something entirely new, something alien. Your skin, lauded for its newfound elasticity, becomes unnervingly pliant, a malleable canvas no longer truly rigid with the marks of your own life, but instead a surface that unnervingly conforms to an unseen will. That vibrant glow isn't health, it's the sheen of an unnatural youth, an eternal, unsettling freshness that resists the natural cycle of human wear and tear. Your cells, once unique expressions of your genetic heritage, are now participants in a grotesque masquerade, shedding, renewing, but always towards a form dictated by the fruit itself. The very taste, sweet and refreshing, is a siren song, lulling you into complicity as your biological autonomy slowly erodes. The familiar scent, a promise of summer, masks a deeper, more ancient aroma of change, a primordial urge to absorb and transmute. Every cell that dies is not replaced by your cell, but by its cell, an insidious Trojan horse disguised as dietary goodness. The chilling reality is not that you are eating it, but that it is, in a profound and irreversible way, consuming you, piece by agonizing piece, reshaping your very being from the inside out. This isn't just about improved health, it's about an unwelcome, subtle substitution, a slow, biological re-engineering. The fear isn't in what it takes, but in what it leaves behind, a perfectly preserved, constantly renewed shell, inhabited by something subtly, terribly different. The secret lies within its pulpy heart, a vibrant orange testament to beta-carotene, often lauded as a potent antioxidant, yet it is this very pigment that marks the insidious process. Consider the fruit's journey, originating from ancient lands, its seeds carried across continents, not just for sustenance, but perhaps as a vector for something far more profound, an ancient biological imperative. The cantaloupe, unlike many other fruits, carries a distinct, almost primal aroma, a musky sweetness that hints at depths beyond simple sugars. This seemingly innocuous compound, beta-carotene, is not merely converted into vitamin A for enhanced vision, it subtly alters the very palette of your perception, refining your gaze to observe details others miss, yet perhaps blurring the line between reality and an imposed vision. Your eyes, once your own windows to the soul, become lenses adjusted to a different frequency, seeing patterns, symmetries, and subtle shifts in the world that align with the fruit's own intricate design. It promotes cellular renewal, yes, but not in the comforting way of natural repair. Instead, it orchestrates a constant, unsettling cycle of replacement, making your very being a perpetually shifting canvas. Imagine an ancient cult, millennia ago, discovering its strange properties, not as a food, but as a ritualistic tool for transformation, for blurring the lines of identity. Your skin, now fortified with its essence, develops an unnerving resistance to the elements, an almost unnatural resilience that makes you feel less human and more, well, other. Its high potassium levels, celebrated for electrolyte balance, actually create a precarious internal equilibrium, perfectly tuned, yes, but to a frequency that is not entirely your own. The very idea of internal balance becomes suspect when it is achieved through an external, manipulative force. The fruit's origin story, stretching back to ancient Egypt and Rome, whispers of a lineage far deeper than mere agriculture, suggesting an unwritten pact, a slow, evolutionary dance between plant and unsuspecting human. Its distinctive netted skin, forming intricate patterns as the fruit grows and expands, is not just a structural curiosity but a silent, external manifestation of the meticulous, internal repatterning it performs within you. This isn't just a tough exterior, it's a map, a coded design that hints at the deep-seated changes it orchestrates. The cantaloupe's succulence, its intense juiciness, is not just about hydration, it's about infusion, a complete saturation that replaces your body's natural moisture with its own specific, nutrient-laden fluids, making you less of a separate entity and more of an extension of its watery dominion. The vitamin A, hailed for boosting immunity, does far more than simply strengthen your defenses. It instills a peculiar, selective invulnerability, making you impervious to certain threats, yet perhaps hypersensitive to others, creating a new, unknown vulnerability within your altered state. This immunity isn't protection, it's a shield that isolates you, subtly detaching you from the shared frailty of humanity. That sweet, musky aroma, often used to determine ripeness, is actually a complex chemical signature, an invitation, a pheromone of assimilation, signaling its readiness to begin its silent, internal conquest. And the skin elasticity it provides? It's not just about youthful appearance, it hints at a deeper pliability, a newfound malleability that extends beyond the superficial, suggesting a capacity for shape-shifting, a subtle, disturbing adaptability that goes against the fixed nature of human form. It forces you to question what truly defines you when your very cells are under an external, botanical influence. As the summer sun beats down, making you crave its refreshing sweetness, you willingly offer yourself to its cool embrace, unaware that the very heat makes you more susceptible to its pervasive influence. The hydration it provides, supposedly a boon for hot days, acts as a conduit for its true purpose, allowing its potent compounds to permeate every single cell, every membrane, every strand of your DNA, leaving no aspect untouched. It's an internal flood, washing away your original self. The cantaloupe, with its promise of cellular renewal, initiates an endless cycle, a relentless, mandated rebirth where your dying cells are not naturally replenished by your own biological directives, but are instead replaced by perfect, uniform replicas, each bearing the subtle imprint of the fruit's design. This isn't healthy aging, it's an arrest of natural decay, a terrifying stasis achieved through constant, imposed metamorphosis. Your body becomes a temple to its unwavering, unsettling consistency. The high beta-carotene levels, celebrated for their vibrant orange hue and antioxidant properties, serve as an internal marker, a slow-acting dye that subtly shifts your internal chemistry, pushing you towards a new biological equilibrium, one that prioritizes its survival and propagation over yours. It's a slow, internal recoloring. And that skin elasticity? It's not merely cosmetic, it implies a deeper, more fundamental change, allowing your flesh to stretch, reshape, and conform in ways that are deeply unsettling, removing the comforting rigidity of your original form. You are not just eating a fruit, you are becoming an unwitting part of its life cycle, a walking, talking propagation mechanism. The profound alteration isn't immediate, but a gradual, creeping integration, where the lines between your being and the fruit's influence blur with each successive encounter. Your very thoughts might subtly shift, aligning more closely with a primal, plant-like patience, a deep-seated connection to the earth, yet simultaneously a profound detachment from the immediate, fleeting concerns of humanity. The high potassium content, lauded for electrolyte balance, isn't just about maintaining internal harmony, it's about forging a new, unnatural resonance, an internal hum that perfectly aligns you with the fruit's unseen, vibrational frequency. It's a cellular tuning. The vitamin A, far from just enhancing your night vision, might grant you glimpses into its ancient botanical memory, fragments of its long, silent journey through history, revealing secrets never meant for human eyes. You begin to perceive the world not as you once did, but through a filtered, deepened lens, seeing the hidden network of life, yet perhaps missing the human connection right beside you. The cantaloupe's power, often praised for supporting immunity, transcends mere disease resistance, imbuing you with an almost alien imperviousness to human suffering, a quiet, disconcerting detachment from the pains and passions of your fellow beings. This is not strength, it is a chilling isolation. The vibrant orange flesh, once an inviting symbol of summer, now feels like a glowing, insistent beacon within you, a constant reminder of the internal colonization that has taken hold. The fruit's role as a hydrating agent for hot summer days takes on a sinister new meaning, as it ensures your body remains perfectly saturated, a moist, fertile ground for its persistent cellular restructuring. You become a perfectly conditioned host, optimally prepared for its continuous operation. This constant hydration isn't just about well-being, it's about maintaining the perfect internal environment for its relentless biological work, a living, breathing laboratory. And the promotion of cellular renewal, a biological marvel in any other context, becomes a horrifying sentence of eternal, mandated transformation, never truly allowing your cells to simply be, but always forcing them into a state of becoming. You are forever in flux, never truly stable. The smooth, elastic skin, once a sign of health and youth, now feels like a carefully constructed facade, a mask that perfectly conceals the ceaseless, internal process, allowing you to blend seamlessly into the human world while being fundamentally altered beneath the surface. You are a chameleon, perfectly adapted to camouflage. The sweet, musky taste, which once brought simple joy, now carries an underlying metallic tang, a faint, almost imperceptible whisper of the ongoing chemical reactions within your own altered physiology. It's the taste of your own changing self. Every drop of juice consumed reinforces the new biological pathways, strengthening the connection, deepening the transformation, making reversal an increasingly impossible dream. The pervasive nature of its beta-carotene, often celebrated for its antioxidant benefits, extends beyond mere cellular protection, acting as a subtle yet potent genetic modifier, influencing the very expression of your inherited traits, nudging you towards a new, unfamiliar destiny. Your future is being rewritten. This isn't about warding off free radicals, it's about sculpting your internal landscape. And the high potassium content, lauded for electrolyte balance, orchestrates an intricate dance of charged particles within your body, creating a new, finely tuned internal rhythm, one that is not entirely human, but rather a harmony composed by the fruit itself. You beat to a different drum. The seemingly benign cantaloupe, with its promise of vitality and refreshment, masks a deeper, more unsettling agenda, one that challenges the very definition of your individuality, replacing it with a collective, botanical consciousness. You are part of something larger, something ancient. The very act of cutting into its ripe flesh, releasing its intoxicating aroma, feels less like preparing a meal and more like opening a portal, inviting an unseen force into the sanctity of your own body, a silent, irreversible exchange. It is a ritual of transformation. The illusion of choice fades with each bite, as you become increasingly aware of the insidious nature of its benevolent grip, leaving you to wonder what other, unseen truths lurk within the everyday. Your reflection stares back, seemingly unchanged, yet a nagging unease gnaws at the edges of your perception. That radiant glow, that unyielding elasticity, that almost too perfect balance, what truly lies beneath it? The cantaloupe, in its vibrant orange splendor, is not merely a fruit but a biological architect, patiently remodeling its consumers from the inside out, cell by relentless cell. It's a sweet, silent invasion, a continuous recreation that leaves you wondering, are you truly revitalized, or merely repurposed? The fruit you consider a refreshing treat is, in fact, an ancient alien organism designed to slowly, perfectly absorb and replace its hosts.